The HOA meeting room had once been a place of calm agreements and polite nods. But that atmosphere vanished the night the promises were exposed as empty words. For months, the board had assured residents that long-standing issues would finally be resolved. Repairs to the crumbling walkway, fair enforcement of rules, and transparency about how community funds were being spent. People believed them because believing was easier than fighting. At first, the promises worked like a soothing balm. Complaints slowed, trust cautiously returned, and residents encouraged one another to be patient. The board members smiled often, repeating the same reassuring phrases at every gathering. Next month, they said, "It's already approved. We're just waiting on paperwork." Each excuse bought them more time, but patience has a limit. When the rainy season arrived, the neglected walkway flooded again, causing an elderly resident to slip and injure herself. Parents worried about their children, shop owners worried about customers, and everyone wondered why nothing had changed despite all the guarantees. The promised repairs never began. The financial report that was supposed to be shared quietly disappeared from the agenda. The breaking point came during a crowded evening meeting. One resident stood up, holding printed emails that clearly outlined the board's commitments. Dates, signatures, and clear assurances filled the pages. As she read them aloud, the room grew tense. The board tried to interrupt, but the damage was already done. Another resident followed, then another, each sharing their own version of a broken promise. What shocked people most wasn't just the failure to act, but the realization that some promises had never been real at all. Funds allocated for repairs had been redirected without a vote. Rules were enforced selectively, favoring friends of board members. The sense of betrayal cut deep, especially among those who had defended the board in earlier disputes. Voices rose, not in chaos, but in shared frustration. This was no longer about a walkway or paperwork. It was about respect. Residents demanded accountability, elections, and clear deadlines that could no longer be ignored. The board members, once confident, now looked cornered by their own words. By the end of the night, trust had collapsed. A petition circulated, signatures filled pages, and the community left knowing things would never return to how they were before. Promises once broken couldn't be repaired as easily as concrete. The HOA drama had escalated into a defining moment, forcing the community to choose between silent acceptance and standing up for what they had been promised all along.